Thanks for watching Mando TV. I'm Tiffany Lewis. Our guest this time is John Smith with Media Resources. John, thanks for your time.
My pleasure.
Tell us about your background and what you do at Media Resources.
Well, Media Resources was founded in 1982, and I had come up in the industry in radio, and really saw a need. We were in the western slope of Colorado, and it was right when personal video, as far as not having to go to a radio station to get something created, but private video companies were starting, and we jumped on the bandwagon, and we fortunately were in a market that a large portion of the outside revenue coming in there was from tourism. So I like being a tourist. I love going on vacation, and it was just one of those convergence things where our first customers happened to be resort industries. And the one thing that we were able to bring to the table almost immediately is I never thought just in terms of, wow, you're going to do a video, let's do great art. What I looked for was the commerce side of it. I think great art is fine, should be part of the package, no matter who you retain if you're thinking of doing a video. But I think you really need to make sure that the person who is orchestrating your presentation has a firm eye on this needs to accomplish something. I see a lot of videos today that are well shot, well crafted. It's almost like the person doing it was doing it to impress somebody else in the video business instead of looking at what is the return on what we're doing here. And I really think that in a lot of cases, the working title of the video presentation, as far as the marketing goes, should be along the lines of, you don't want no resort experience today, do you? And I think the biggest mistake that a lot of people make is you're real good at asking for a call to action at a closing table or however you're consummating the arrangement between you and your client, but there's no call to action in the video. So short story long, it's just we come at the business a little differently, and it served us well over the years since we've been around for a while. But our key thing is sales need to be part and parcel of your video presentation, and that's really what it should do, is really drive people towards an action. And in this case, what we're looking for is getting people to book a vacation, book a tour, whatever the needs are of respective clients.
Tell us what you offer on your website, outtofine.com.
One of the things we looked at was doing videos for clients. How could we do a better job of helping the client get the most return out of the video? And we have been doing web streaming video. In fact, we've been in that business for about 10 years now. But what I found was that although we were doing the best job we conceivably could, and again factored in all the sales things that need to be in one of these videos, but again, the video would be turned over to somebody in the IT department, and it would just get slapped up on the website, in some cases totally buried. In other cases, the IT person looking at the few pennies it costs to stream these would just compress it down to, you were either doing one or two things. You were providing somebody a Rorschach test, or worse, you were inducing seizures when somebody's trying to figure out what exactly on this postage stamp am I looking at. So the out-defined concept is basically built around doing a better job on our end to assist our clients doing a better job on their end, and that's taking casual visitors to the site. In other words, somebody just Googles in, hey, I want to go on a vacation, if it's New Ranch, what have you, a resort, I'd like to, I think I'd like to look into ownership options as far as getting a timeshare. So the out-defined really cast an extremely large net to go after people that may not be on a one-to-one basis worth the time or the effort for the individual client. But I don't think there's many people out there we've worked with that would turn down traffic. So Out-Defined is really a destination for a person who likes to vacation and would just like to sit down in the comfort of their home at the computer over lunch if they're brown bagging at work and go on 3 to 5 minute vacations. And the idea being is we have broken down the master website, the Out to Find website, into a dozen or so different categories. So if you're into historical travel, you can go to historical travel. Well, the question's begged, how does that help me as a resort owner? If you happen to be one of those people who are close to a historical destination, and you also happen to be on the Out to Find website, then it's an easy lift for that person to go, gee, I need lodging, where do I go? So in an Orbitz business model, if someone goes there, they're going in because they have date certain they're leaving, date certain they're returning, and for the most part, they're shopping price, as well as a certain amount of convenience. So the Out to Find really is kind of a leisurely experience, and the way I remember travel agencies, because I think there's an interesting adjunct to leisure travel and vacationing, and that's the anticipation factor of it. When you get on a plane and you start going on a vacation, in a certain sense, it's kind of grinding down to the end of that experience. And what we've tried to do with the video, the Out to Find site, is to play on, wow, I'm really looking forward to this vacation. So in a nutshell, what we're doing is we have the Out to Find brand for a wide casual interest segment. And then what we also do is provide high-quality streaming, and we work with IT departments. But the most important placement, I think, really for a client is at their website. And working to make sure that the video is done correctly, that it's above the fold, and really when somebody now visits the website and just getting the particulars of, okay, these are what our rooms look like, here's our pricing structure, tell us what dates you want to come, it really gets people's juices flowing, if you will, in a vacation sense, that now they have an opportunity to step on the property and really start their vacation, because now they've gotten not only to see your property, but maybe some of the things that are available in the surrounding area that they can also go and do. So in a nutshell, it works. Wide net is, again, the Out to Find, finding casual interest, and a very narrow focus that somebody who comes in, they're kind of deciding whether it's you or your competition. If your competition doesn't have a well-crafted video or any video at all, my sense of things is very much that somebody gets on property, experiences that property, and your chances of converting that casual interest in a booking go exponential.
So it's almost like the resort has their own producer.
That's the way we come at it. The client is actually the who's driving this, very much in the sense of, you know your property, you know what has sold for you in the past, what direction you're going. Our point is to take that and craft it into something that really does a three-dimensional job of selling, and selling before the fact, and effectively getting people to see that video, respond appropriately, and book a vacation or a tour or whatever your value proposition is with you.
John, thanks again for your time.
It's been a pleasure.
And thank you for watching Mando TV.